Our first 2020 Global Health Challenge focuses on the vital topic of maternal and newborn health. As it stands, every 11 seconds, a woman or a newborn under 1 month old dies of complications related to pregnancy or childbirth, mostly from preventable or treatable causes. While the majority of these deaths occur in low-income countries, marginalized communities everywhere are disproportionately affected. For example, in the United States, a Black woman is 3.3 times more likely to die from a complication in pregnancy or childbirth than a white woman. To combat this unacceptable situation, we asked our global community, how can every woman, new mother, and newborn access the care they need to survive and thrive? We were incredibly inspired by the response. We received 277 solutions from 60 countries, from social entrepreneurs who are committed to creating a healthier and more equitable world starting at birth. I'm very excited to introduce you to our first 5 innovators whose solutions improve diagnostics and the quality of services for pregnant women.
My name is Dr. Prosper Misigu. I'm a co-founder and director at MScan Uganda. We lose about 16 mothers daily in Uganda due to complications of pregnancy, and that translates into about 830 mothers who die every day due to complications of pregnancy. And these are in developing countries where up to 90% of mothers actually have no access to an ultrasound in their antenatal. How we're changing the narrative is at MScan, we have developed a portable ultrasound device that can work on your tablet, laptop, phone, so that you can, move to a village in rural Uganda and be able to carry out an ultrasound. If a mother has a complication, you can be able to refer them for care in time. And through this technology, we have scanned about 588 mothers and detected about 88 complications, and these have been referred for care. So MScan, join us. MScan, save a mother, save a life. Thank you.
At Drip Labs, we build affordable clinical tools for Africa. We've built Real Drip, a device that regulates infusion into the body of patients, leveraging Internet of Things and machine learning. Real Drip makes blood transfusion and drip treatment simpler and safer by monitoring the flow rate, the volume administered, the time taken, and automating the treatment process. We connect this to dashboard and alert powered by simple web services to keep clinicians informed about the specific condition of their patients and plan future personalized treatment. Working with the Nigeria Institute of Medical Research, we've built clinically accepted products, received ethical approval, clinical approval, and conducted clinical trials with excellent feedback. We've deployed 40 devices to complete 600 infusion treatments across 400 unique patients because we believe nobody deserves to die from anything that can be prevented using technology. We've positioned this device to potentially save 500,000 babies from dying and 70,000 pregnant women and from dying annually. Please join us in the business of saving lives. Thank you very much.
It's supposed to be easy in 2020 for women to deliver safely without any issues or complications. But meet Penina, a woman who was pregnant in 2020 and sought to actually buy a razor blade so that she could have her friend deliver her from home because she couldn't gain access to hospital. So Wheels for Life comes in with an easy process for this, where women can actually get free triage, free hospital transfers, either through a taxi or an ambulance, so that they could get to hospital in good time. And because of this, Wheels for Life in the last 4 months has actually been able to safely deliver 600 babies and get them home safely. And beyond that, help women with different pregnancy-related complications, both antepartum and postpartum, to get to hospital in good time and save their lives. Because in Wheels for Life, we believe strongly that no woman should lose their life while giving life. Thank you.
Birth asphyxia is the leading cause of death among newborns who are born in low-resource settings. The flip side of this problem is the technology we use in the developed countries for detection of birth asphyxia is known to be inaccurate as a result of which we get a large number of unnecessary interventions, including C-sections. So what we're doing to solve this problem is we have developed a device for transabdominal measurement of fetal blood oxygen saturation. This device extends the notion of fetal pulse oximetry to the context of labor and delivery, and it will enable the physicians and providers to objectively and conveniently reject the false alarms raised by the electronic fetal monitor. We have done prototypes of this device, have validated this device in hypoxic lamb models, and have reported encouraging data in scholarly publications. Our team is composed of experts from complementary engineering, clinical, as well as business expertise. And we are also fortunate to get advice from a large network of experts in the area. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Emilian, Ilara Health CEO, and I'm incredibly excited to tell you about our efforts in bridging the gap to a fundamental maternal health diagnostic, which is the ultrasound. Obstetric ultrasounds are not widely available in Kenya, and most pregnant women are referred to faraway hospitals. In addition to this, there is a massive shortage of sonographers, even where the equipment does exist. And the result, fewer than 1 in 5 Kenyan women attend an obstetric ultrasound. So our solution to this is to bring affordable ultrasounds to clinics across Kenya through our partnership with Butterfly Networks. And to ensure widespread uptake, we do 2 things. We provide those clinics with smart financing options and facilitate access to remote sonographers. Our partner clinics pay us a monthly fee over 24 months, which is low enough to allow them to turn a profit from their first month. So the second key issue is the lack of sonographers, and we solve it by leveraging Butterfly's teleguidance capabilities and connecting those clinics to our team of sonographers. And when coupled with financing, the solution can drive true democratization of ultrasound. With your help, we can make a difference in the lives of millions of women across Kenya and beyond. Thank you.
The finalists you just heard from all touch on the critical issue of prenatal care, the first step in boosting maternal and newborn health for everyone. Our next group of entrepreneurs has developed solutions related to newborn-centered care. The first month of a child's life, the newborn period, is the most critical for survival and for brain development. We were greatly encouraged by the technology-based solutions shared by our finalists working on this issue.
Hi, I'm Rato, founder of Bempu Health. There are 20 million babies born low weight every year in the world, and one of the top causes for them facing injury or death is hypothermia, or getting cold. So my team and I developed this tiny bracelet that monitors a newborn's temperature day and night for 1 full month in the hospital and the home. The bracelet blinks a soft blue light if the baby is warm. And if the baby is ever cold or hypothermic, it sounds an alarm, blinks a red light, it wakes up the mother and the father so that they can do skin-to-skin care and warm the newborn well before the baby has low blood sugar, trouble breathing, any permanent injury, or death. We've been fortunate to now implement this intervention around the world, be recognized as one of Time Magazine's top inventions of 2017, and implement through partners like UNICEF in multiple countries. We've now reached 33,000 of the world's smallest babies in low-income countries. But there's still a long way to go, and we have a vision to eradicate death due to neonatal hypothermia. We're excited about being part of the Solver network that can help us get there. Thank you.
Our solution is Cushy AI. We develop algorithms to predict and prevent maternal and infant mortality. We work with the Department of Health of India's largest state, Rajasthan, where there are over 1.5 million pregnancies every year, of which 420,000 are considered as high risk. Our algorithms are unique in that they have a specific mechanism to assign data quality to each community health worker. Then, on the basis of this quality of data, machine learning models are tuned to predict the health behavior and health outcomes of beneficiaries. And with these models, we provide these frontline health workers with prioritized lists for beneficiaries that they need to follow up with, leading to timely provision of care. Over 50,000 community health workers use our smartphone application to collect data on beneficiaries from over 40,000 villages across the state. With MIT Solve, we look forward to scaling up our solution to digitally empower community health workers and ensure no mother and child gets left behind. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sahar, the founder of Maziwa. Working mothers in developing markets face an impossible trade-off, staying at home to breastfeed or going back to work to support their families. And only 10% of mothers in Kenya are able to balance both breastfeeding and working because existing breast pumps are not conducive to their work environments. Unfortunately, those babies who are not optimally breastfed are 14 times more likely to die than the ones who are. This insight led us to work with 700 Kenyan mothers to co-create the Maziwa breast pump. Maziwa is discreet enough for a variety of work environments, it's rechargeable and wireless, and it comes with portable milk storage. Additionally, our expert lactation consultants provide breastfeeding support and employer support. This simple intervention has the potential to make an exponential difference in millions of lives. With the support of the MIT Solve Network, we aim to amplify our impact across sub-Saharan Africa. Thank you for this opportunity.
The Ubenwa app analyzes the cry sounds of a newborn using artificial intelligence in order to detect early signs of birth asphyxia. Birth asphyxia is one of the top 3 causes of neonatal mortality today, leading to almost 2 million deaths and disabilities every year. Many hospitals in low-resource settings lack specialized equipment or expertise to rapidly identify patients for birth asphyxia. We want to make global access to this critical screening possible. Ubenwa is fast, cost-effective, completely non-invasive, and requires no expertise, so it can be used by any and all birth attendants. We believe that the deployment of Ubenwa will greatly reduce casualty in newborns and ultimately improve the lives of families around the world.
In the refugee camps of Bangladesh, 130 babies are born every day. But this joyous occasion can turn sorrowful. Many lives are lost due to the lack of access to proper neonatal care. A huge proportion of these deaths can be prevented by giving newborns access to proper healthcare technologies such as neonatal incubators. I am Dr. Chaudhry, and with my team at Bioforge, we have made incubators at 1/4 the cost of a standard one with the same features, manufactured locally, keeping resource-constrained areas in mind. Our incubators have a modular flat pack design which can be easily assembled and disassembled just like IKEA furniture. This allows for easy transportation, deployment, and maintenance. We are currently starting clinical trials and with MIT Solve plan to deploy up to 100 incubators in the Rohingya refugee camps where neonatal mortality rates are higher than the national average, giving a fighting chance at life for up to 4,500 babies every year.
Quality healthcare services for all women are critical, but often lacking. Our final 5 entrepreneurs have created solutions aimed at improving gynecological, mental, and primary healthcare for women. Ensuring that women have access to affordable, accessible, high-quality care throughout their lives is absolutely essential to improving maternal and newborn care. I am so excited for you to hear their inspiring solutions.
Think about your community. Did you know that every 4th woman has a vaginal infection called bacterial vaginosis? Probably not, and probably you never heard about it. But still, bacterial vaginosis affects more than 400 million women globally. This infection has a tremendous negative impact on women's health and infants' health. Our team developed a unique therapy called PM477 that, in contrast to antibiotics, can distinguish between the good bacteria in our vagina, good bacteria that are essential for women's health, and the bad bacteria that cause the infection. This therapy will bring a relief to millions of women and could even save lives of unborn children. After all, bacterial vaginosis is the #1 reason for preterm birth. Check out our solution at MIT Solve. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ruth Maura. I am the CEO and the co-founder of Thalia Psychotherapy, I'm here to tell you the story of Naliaka. Naliaka was a beautiful and charming girl who was loved by most people in her village. After giving birth to her son, things changed. Her personality changed. She became more sad, withdrawn, angry, irritable, and cried most of the time. People thought this was normal and she would be okay with time. Unfortunately, a few weeks later, she died by suicide. Sadly, this is a common occurrence in these parts of the sub-Saharan Africa. Our solution, Maisha, is using technology to address the same by treating, diagnosing, and identifying postpartum depression. Help us be able to help women like Naliaka get the help that they need early enough. Thank you.
Late-stage cervical cancer has just a 5% survival rate, contributing to over 300,000 deaths every year. Only one curative treatment exists for this cancer, brachytherapy. This is a highly invasive procedure in which needles are pushed through healthy vaginal tissue to reach and irradiate the tumor. Although effective, the treatment is difficult to perform and time-intensive, limiting access in low-resource settings where the majority of cases are diagnosed. We are at your cervix, and to solve the issues that make brachytherapy inaccessible, we developed the UFO, a customizable device that guides needles directly into the tumor through interior channels. The UFO eliminates needles forced through healthy tissue and reduces the time, cost, and expertise required for the procedure. Together, we will make brachytherapy more accessible to help save the lives of the hundreds of thousands of women battling cervical cancer worldwide, one UFO at a time.
Every 27 minutes, a woman in Afghanistan dies in childbirth. My name is Aliyah Rasuli, and I've been personally affected by this. Two important things are lacking: records and patient communication. This is why I launched Salamat, the first app in the country that gives doctors access to patient records and a platform for patient-provider communication. Facilities retrieve all patient records, and they do it 9 times faster with Salamat. Women are 6.5 times more likely to complete their prenatal visits. One man told me he had no idea his wife was supposed to go in for a prenatal visit until he received a phone call through our app. This is why our work matters. Salamat is a community-driven solution, and we've developed local partnerships to ensure sustainability. The Ministry of Health is committed to partnering with us to scale and serve up to 3 million women within the next year. We also plan to train medical personnel and add an educational platform. We are a team of Afghan American women, and we've witnessed Salamat's potential in a country that has endured war, poverty, and illiteracy. With your support, our impact will transform the lives of millions. Thank you.
The World Health Organization estimates that lack of safe surgery kills over 200,000 moms each year through infections, bleeding, and obstructed labor. And every year, thousands of OB/GYN providers get infected with HIV, hepatitis, and other diseases by bodily fluid splatters. SurgiBox's operating room and a backpack system helps make surgery safer for both moms and care teams. Teams seal the clear bubble drape to the incision site with antimicrobial incise film, turn on the battery-powered environmental control system, operate their arm ports just like they're donning surgical gowns, and get babies and instruments in and out through a port. Our experienced and passionate team has developed and tested 6 generations, and SurgiBox is ready for prime time. We would love to join the Solve Network to gain the connections and resources to realize our big dream: bring safe surgeries to moms who need it, anytime, any place. Thank you very much.